You can still purchase your tickets at www.wfcfights.com, and you'll be able to stream WFC 163 at WFC Fights with Spectation Sports. Doors open at 6 p.m. and fights start at 7 p.m. this Saturday evening here at Pechanga Resort Casino. All right, here we go with our official weigh-ins for WFC 163, starting with the main event of the evening. 6 rounds of boxing in the super welterweight division. Kelsey the Shield Maiden Wickstrum versus Cris Cyborg. Making her way to the scale first, from Redding, California, with a professional record of 2 victories and no defeats and 1 win by the way of knockout, introducing Kelsey the Shield Maiden Wickstrum. Ladies and gentlemen, 152.8 pounds. And her opponent making her way to the scale from Curitiba, Paraná, Brazil, fighting out of Huntington Beach, California, with a professional record of 1 victory and 1 defeat and 1 win by the way of knockout, introducing Cris Cyborg. 154.8. Ladies and gentlemen, 154.8 pounds. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, the main event of the evening. Kelsey the Shield Maiden Wickstrum versus Cris Cyborg. Our next set of fighters in the light middleweight division, Keith Carson versus Angel Munoz. Making his way to the scale first, Keith Carson. 151.8. Ladies and gentlemen, 151.8 pounds. Next to the scale, introducing Angel Munoz. 154.2, ladies and gentlemen, 154.2 pounds. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, Keith Carson versus Angel Munoz in the light middleweight division. Our next set of fighters in the welterweight division, Roseki Cristobal versus Jesus Resendiz. First in the scale, Roseki Cristobal. 148.4, 148.4 pounds. Next in the scale, Jesus Resendiz. 146.4, 146.4 pounds. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, Roseki Cristobal versus Jesus Resendiz in the welterweight division. All right, our next set of fighters in the super featherweight division, Alex Gutierrez versus Freddie Johnson. First up to the scale, Alex Gutierrez.
Kevin Salgado. 128.
128 pounds even. Next up to the scale, Freddie Johnson. 130.6. Ladies and gentlemen, 130.6 pounds.
Let's fucking go, baby! Yeah!
Our next set of fighters in the welterweight division, Pedro Benillo versus Kevin Salgado. All right, for our next set of fighters in the light heavyweight division, John Darcy versus Fernando Gonzalez. On the scale, Fernando Gonzalez.
187.4.
187.4, ladies and gentlemen, 187.4 pounds. John Darcy to the scale. 182.6, ladies and gentlemen, 182.6 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, there they are, the light heavyweight division. John Darcy versus Fernando Gonzalez. All right, our next set of fighters in the featherweight division, Michael Hansen versus Ulysses Navarro. First up to the scale, Michael Hansen. 125.8, ladies and gentlemen, 125.8 pounds. Next up to the scale, Ulysses Navarro. 128, ladies and gentlemen, 128 pounds even. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Hansen versus Ulysses Navarro in the featherweight division. Our next set of fighters in the Bantamweight division, Brandon Trong versus Christian Tinoco. On the scale first, Brandon Trong.
121.8.
121.8, ladies and gentlemen, 121.8 pounds. Next up to the scale, Christian Tinoco. 119, ladies and gentlemen, 119 pounds. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Trong versus Christian Tinoco in the Bantamweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, our next set of fighters in the lightweight division, Matthias Baris versus Ramon Solano. First on the scale, introducing Matthias Baris. $136.2, ladies and gentlemen, 136.2 pounds. Next up to the scale, Ramon Solano.
Step square on the scale also. I need all your feet on the scale. Thank you.
135.4, ladies and gentlemen, 135.4 pounds. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, in the lightweight division, Matthias Baris versus Ramon Solano. For our next set of fighters in the light welterweight division, Rolando Villa versus Andres Rosales. Pedro Penijo.
I need your feet on the scale. Square on the scale. Put your feet on the scale. Put them on the scale. Step up. 142.
142, ladies and gentlemen, 142 pounds even. Up to the scale, Kevin Salgado. 144.8, ladies and gentlemen, 144.8 pounds. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Next up to the scale in the lightweight division, Rolando Villa versus Andres Rosales. Up to the scale, Rolando Villa. 140.8, ladies and gentlemen, 140.8 pounds. Next up to the scale, Andres Rosales.
139.6.
139.6. Ladies and gentlemen, 139.6 pounds. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, in the light welterweight division. Rolando Villa versus Andres Rosales. Our next set of fighters in the lightweight division. John Hias Basurto versus Casey Macias. Up to the scale, John Hias Basurto.
133.6.
133.6. Ladies and gentlemen, 133.6 pounds. Next up to the scale, Casey Macias. 133.4, ladies and gentlemen, 133.4 pounds. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, in the lightweight division. Janius Basurto versus Casey Macias. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's official weigh-ins for World Fighting Championships 163. We'll see you here tomorrow at 6 p.m.